have other contributions. One of our ministers. Okay. Please give her the mic. One of our ministers shared with me how she made certain plans last year. There was a time that Pastor Kalijaye came around, and when he was praying with us ministers upstairs, he gave us a very special pen that he used to pray with us. So she took that pen, used it solely to write her plans for last year, sent her plans to accountability partners, set up monthly reminders on the 28th of every month about those goals. And accountability partners, as well as the reminders, were helping her to, they were fueling her drive towards achieving those goals. And for all those ones that anytime she derailed, she went back to God, surrendered everything to God, and God was able to help her achieve a lot of those plans. I'm sure we can pick one or two things from there. Yes, madam. I'd like us to, maybe after you've spoken, we'll begin to share other practical examples now, how we have been able to use planning in our relationships, in our families, in our marriages. Yes.
Praise God.
Hallelujah.
I've been hearing planning, parents, couples, relationships. But is it that children are not allowed to be carried along in the family planning? Like, I used to have problem in my family. We used to argue with my dad that he doesn't reveal his financial strengths to us. We were like, it's none of our business. So how do we plan, what to do later in the future? At least we need to know the strengths of our parents financially. At least I will not be budgeting higher than what my father is earning. And at what age were they supposed to? Because sometimes I will say we are too young for it. Please, at what age are we supposed to know their strengths financially? Thank you.
At what age is a child supposed to know his or her parents' financial strength? Is that your question? Okay. Does someone want to answer that question for us?
Please. Mommy Ayeni is raising up her hand. And I think Sister Ayemi too is in church, so give the two of them opportunity to help us.
Praise the Lord. I'm so happy that this young lady has brought up that question. And it goes to everybody at whatever level you are as a family. Now, my answer goes to, first of all, the adults here to start with. And even the young adults, those who are having children. It is very important at any time to carry your children along at whatever time you are planning. When we say family consists of father, mother, and the children. At whatever level they are, even in primary school, these children we're talking about, and we're saying they're children, they're not children like that. What they do not learn from you, they learn from outside. And then, the most important thing is that when you let your children, from age 4, know the situation of the family, know the situation of things, know how things are running, they are bound. They know how to, see things your way. They do not go haywire. Because, for example, I'm earning 10,000, the father is earning 15,000, whatever. That's 25,000. And a child is coming and knows that in his or her school, there's somebody holding a phone of 30,000, for example. But because this child knows what the combination of the family resources is, will never come to you or stretch his or her neck and say, I need this phone at all costs. Because of course, he or she knows what is at home. I give you a typical example. I have a child some time ago in Covenant University. And in Covenant University, at that time, the type of people that will go there are the high and mighty, or sort of, that could afford the fees. Well, some of us that were not so high and mighty, They were just struggling and managing, shook our heads at that time. But then, at that time, the child will come and say, Mommy, do you know that some people, their monthly feeding allowance is 50,000? And I say, yes, so Babangida's child is there. But then we cannot afford 50,000. All we can afford is a 7K for you. Times it. We will sit down, do mathematics, because that's the way it is supposed to do. This is what is going to be, this is what is going to be, this one goes to here, this one goes to here. So when the child knows that, honestly, this parent cannot afford more than 7K for your monthly stipend, there is no way, unless that child is bad. And if you have godly children and you raise them in the godly way, they will understand, they will appreciate you. And trust me, they will strive to be good children. I do not see the age. Like I always do, my children are my first friends, and they are my thinking partner, my resource people, and like Pastor Okpe said, accountability partners. It is very important that you become their own accountability partner while they too become your accountability partners. These children that you think have so many ideas that you cannot comprehend, and they will always be on your side. Please, parents, even with this, with all of us with little children, carry your children along, no matter how small they are. Just tell them the stories. Just tell them as things are. They will surely understand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sister Yemisi, please go ahead.
Good morning, all. I've heard all the contributions. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. I want to key into what everybody has just said. I remember when SAP started. Anyway, some people might not be aware. Structural Adjustment Program. My dad called all of us. I was still growing then. He sat us down and he explained to us the impact of SAP, how it's going to affect the family and what we're all going to do to tighten our belt. He had like his own meeting with us after the government had announced it and said, okay, this is structural adjustment program, this is what it means, this is the impact it's going to have on this family. What it means is that before I used to give you so. So I would no longer give you that. Then we need to do away with. There are things each of us had to contribute what we're going to give up as a sacrifice. I was a child then, and it helped me because it made me have more empathy. I wasn't just asking for anything anymore. So that has kind of shaped me. So I have also, just like what so many other Mrs. Ayeni had just rightly said, so I've carried that to my own home. And I have I've developed that culture too. I'm explaining things, inflation, look, this is what is happening. We used to buy this as so, but it's no longer like that. Okay, I need you to give up something. I would ask you, you would tell me what you're going to give up. And just like what Ms. Ayeni said, there was a time, okay, my son is in his final year now, he's about to graduate. So he came up with, he wanted to buy a phone. And I said, okay, you want to buy a phone, okay. And he now said, I should, me and my husband should cough out the money. I looked at him. I said, excuse me. What? I should cough out? Why? I asked him why I should pay for the phone. He said he wants to replace his old phone. That this is the phone he has been using for the past 3 years, blah, blah, blah. I told him to go and write the justification for it. I'm serious. He wrote and he said, look, even if we depreciate this phone, because we've taught him so many things, depreciate this phone. And I said, okay, well, your birthday is coming. Man, your dad, this is what we can afford to give you cash. If you still want to go ahead to buy the phone, you will need to augment it, young man. You have a culture of saving, so you withdraw. He was finding it so difficult to take from his savings. And I said, oh, really? So why should I be the one to now cover that money? So he had to cut down. Nobody told, because we all just kept quiet, because we've settled you as far as we are concerned. You want to buy the phone. He delayed to now, he's still dilly-dallying. imagine. You will be shocked at how much I will. Even my daughter, you want to write a list. My father did that with me. You will produce a list. My father will not give you kobo without a list. Not 10 kobo. I'm serious. If you're going to school, you will do a list and he will sit down with you and say, okay, what are we taking out of this list? And I do it with my children. So,
thank you.
See, sorry, Mr. Okwe, if we do not start early, you will pay more for it in the future. Because these are the people that will go.
Sorry.